so far have qualified to represent Guam at this year's Olympic Games in London, with a few other athletes still pending. Team Guam will consist of judo competitor Rick Blas Jr., female wrestler Maria Dunn, and cyclist Derek Horton. Qualifications have made it tougher for the athletes to meet the requirements, but that hasn't stopped those wanting to represent Guam in London.
There's two levels of qualification. You have the world qualification under the International Federation, and then you have the continental qualification, which is again hosted by the International Federation. And those are for athletes that are trying their best to try to qualify based on merit. At the world level, no one qualified. At the continental level, we have Rick Jr. and also Derek Horton. Derek Horton, we just received notice from the International last week that he did qualify on the mountain bike series, which is quite a big thing for many of the athletes that are qualifying. Then we have our universal slot, which is the two swimmers, and both male and female, and also two from track. And we're still hoping and waiting to hear the results of the an open swim for one of the other athletes, and we're hoping that he would qualify, and that would bring our numbers up. And then we also have Maria Dunn, who was given a tripart slot. Tripart basically are members of the International Olympic Committee, the Associations of National Olympic Committee, and the International Federation, sitting in a commission that decides to award positions to athletes in the world. So Guam received that slot. Oceania received the only slot allocated by the Tripart Commission. And Maria Dunn is currently in London, Manchester, England, training. She's been there now for the last month and a half, 2 months.
Rick Blas is no stranger to the game, qualifying for the 2008 Games in Beijing, China. Blas recently won a bronze medal at the USA World Judo Championships in Miami, Florida. He competed in the European judo circuit and went up against the biggest names in the game. Maria Dunn is one of 3 female wrestlers worldwide to receive the nomination and the only competitor from the Oceania to have received the tripart invitation. Derek Horton qualified for his spot after his March performance at the Oceania Mountain Bike Championships that were held in New Zealand. Horton will be competing in the cross-country discipline, making his second Olympic Games appearance. Derek also earned 55 Union Cyclist International points, the most UCI points of any rider in the region outside of Australia and New Zealand.
Qualifications have gotten a lot tougher this year, and primarily because of a lot of changes in the international standards. You know, of course, standards do go up, and that's why we try to mandate the International Federation to liaise with the national federations here in Guam so that they can provide the updated information on the qualification requirements and standards of their event. So it's one of the things that we're trying to pursue. There's going to be some changes coming up regarding the Rio, because I think one too many athletes are not being provided for by their national federation. We had a very good athlete in one of the sporting events, could have qualified, but the national federation failed to provide further details regarding the qualification basis. Had that athlete gone to the world event, that athlete would have been considered as part of the Tripart Commission for that sporting discipline. So again, really the whole movement depends on the National Federation doing what is best for the next 4 years and moving their athletes up in the ranks.
Well, that's it for sports. We're back right after this.